Fine. Oh man, can you believe that because of the Trump cuts, we're no longer going to be able to do this show anymore? Last show ever. You believe that, FB?
I do. We've lost our stagehand, our cameraman, and our stat guy. Rest in peace, stat guy.
Rest in peace, guys.
To the Trump budget cuts and the Doge. Here's to you
You're ruining
guys.
the world. All right. Hey, thanks to the Good Time Tavern for sponsoring this. 125 North Livermore Avenue. That's pretty exciting. They'll still keep
Awesome.
on. There's nothing
They're
Trump
gonna
could do
still
to
roll
stop
on.
them.
Trump couldn't find a way to cut anything. He actually gave those guys a break.
Ooh, bonus. You
Bonus.
win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some. Ah.
Yeah, where to start now? I ruined your whole introduction. All right, let me take it over. Check it out. So we're going to be talking March Madless. We'll be talking NASCAR. We'll be doing our MLB preview today. But I think we got to start with a little bit
But
of
what we got to
basketball.
start with is April Fools. What everybody? Welcome to the FB and Goof Show. I'm FB.
Hey, I'm the goob, or am I?
And we are sponsored by the Good Time Tavern of Livermore, California, 125 North Livermore Avenue. Best little dive bar in town. How's the Goop?
Fantastic. Great intro. I loved it. Goob's great, man. Like I said, we're going to be talking a little NASCAR strategy. We're going to be giving everyone our Major League Baseball preview. Uh, and yeah, a little bit of March Madless. Mad Notless. But anyway,
You're
NBA.
close.
We're close. We're close.
You're
NBA's got
close.
less than 7 games left. So I figured we'd do a quick rundown of all the sports before our Major League Baseball preview.
Sure.
And I just want to go, Steph Curry, did you see that shit today? Oh my God.
I
Steph
didn't.
Curry was unbelievable.
I saw a little blurb on my phone that said Steph Curry hit 11 3-pointers today.
He ended up with 12.
He ended up with
His
12. So my phone was up to date up until the time he ended up with 12. All right, that's cool. 11 though. I was still
Yeah,
impressed.
no, huge game against Memphis. Basically, the winner becomes the fifth seed and gets the tiebreaker. So now the Warriors have the tiebreaker over Memphis. We've got the tiebreaker over Minnesota. So the more we play well, the more it looks like we will actually be in the playoffs and not in the play-in tournament.
Who won the Lakers Rocket game? I wanted to look for the score and I didn't. I
Is
felt
that today?
I don't know if it was today or yesterday.
Not sure.
Yeah, I
We,
thought
we
that was
fired
an
our stat
interesting. I
guy, so
thought that was an
unfortunately.
interesting game. I think. Oh, you know what? I think the Rockets won. Maybe the Rockets won. Did you see the ending of that Bulls game
I did
where
not.
it with like 8 seconds left, the lead changed twice, and the Bulls won it on some like over half court shot to win it? Like
Oh,
Kobe
that was
what?
the Josh Giddey beating the Lakers half court shot, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That,
that was
that
like right after we ended our last show. Like it was like the first thing that happened this week. That was pretty fantastic.
that was
Right when we were
8.6 seconds of excitement. That was like,
yeah.
oh, we got the lead. No, we got the lead. Nope, we won.
Yeah, it was great. We were just talking about Giddey and the Bulls and it was kind of nice to see that happen. That was awesome.
That is. And we
Yeah.
were just talking about, Kobe White and Giddy and them doing the role and making it happen. So good for the
Yeah.
Bulls. Are they
Yeah, it
going to
looks
make the
like
playoffs?
they've kind of cemented their place. We were going to talk about that. The NBA, the Eastern Conference is pretty much set. The Bulls have that last play-in spot. I
Oh,
don't think
nice.
anyone's going to try to get in the playoffs from now on.
No, we looked at that. The 79 in a row for the 76ers, and you cannot catch the Wizards no matter how many games you lose in a row.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You
Yeah.
got them by 7. They still got you by 7 in the loss category, and there's only 7 to go. You can only tie them. I'm pretty sure they own that tiebreaker.
Yeah.
They won a game all year. So,
Yeah, the bottom half of the NBA is pretty brutal right now. The West is interesting. Spots 3 through 8 can still oscillate a good amount. Phoenix is, I guess, trying to get into the playoffs without Kevin Durant. So, I mean, Dallas and
why?
Sacramento are on watch. They got to keep winning games. It's going to be fun with the Warriors, the Rockets, the Nuggets. Uh, I mean, we got the Lakers and the Clippers in the last game of the season. So the
Ooh.
Warriors row is going to be it's going to be fun. So some of the stuff's fun, some of it's just gross in the NBA right now.
Well, the Eastern Conference, it's finished. It's gross.
Done, yeah.
You know what? The Knicks have been down some players. I mean, they've been down Jalen Brunson. That's probably the player.
Oh yeah,
And
it's rest time for everyone in the East.
should be. For
Yeah,
the top three, it should be. We need to rest. We only have so many players. We need to take a break.
agreed.
Yeah. Um, anything that stood out from the NBA, or can we move on?
I was gonna say I was gonna talk about either the Pistons brawl, which wasn't much, but my real question for you
No
is
Ron
Steph.
Artest.
There's no Ron Artest fight. Yeah, that's for sure. My real question is Steph Curry passed Jerry West on the all-time points list. Should we just make him the new logo now, or should
No, no, we shouldn't.
can you make an active player the NBA logo? Because I feel like it's inevitable that Curry is the logo.
Curry shooting a three.
Yep,
I wouldn't be against it. It's time to move on. We need our generation of logo. Who in
I
the
agree.
fuck knows who Jerry West is? Who do you know that ever saw Jerry West play basketball? And
Oh,
don't say your dad, because I don't think
I
your
was
dad watched
listening to
Jerry West play
yeah, yeah.
basketball.
No, I was listening to old timey sports guys the other day, and they couldn't even. They were trying to compare Steph to someone, and I was thinking right away like Jerry West, Pistol Pete, and they couldn't come up with the old timey names. These youngsters, 28, 30-year-old radio guys, they have no idea.
No. Pistol Pete no, they have no clue. They probably never watched that dude that looked like, I don't know, like a rock star for like a Maryland. I don't know. There's
I
no
hope you're
way they
saying
knew who
Dan
any of those
Marley.
guys were. Pistol Pete didn't look like a basketball player, I
I
tell you
mean,
that.
who would you say was the closest comparison to Stephen Curry? One of the guys said Chris Jackson slash Mahmoud Abdul,
Chris
whatever
Jackson.
his last name was. That was kind of a close one.
Mrs.
Mahmoud Abdul
Jackson?
Rauf. Yeah, that was a close one, but it's tough. I had to go back a long time
I would have to go back in time too. Somebody that shot the ball that confidently from anywhere.
with the handle and the drive.
Yeah, and the drive. Oh, I don't think that exists actually. I like Iverson just with his handling and driving, but he couldn't shoot like Steph.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Trick question
That's a trick
because we're
question.
going to
Yeah, got me
college
there.
basketball.
Let's move on to Madless because it's been Madless.
The March Madness. Yeah, we got chalk everywhere.
I mean, we even tried to have a little bit of Madness by putting Tennessee in there, and we still could not have any madness. It was
No,
all Madless.
to be honest, Houston kind of on a little magical run. They got that really awesome inbounds play to win the game before the
That was a
Tennessee
nice
game.
play. That
That
was a
reminded
hell of
me
a
of some.
play.
That was a Steve Kerr inbounds pass right there. I love that.
Dude, that was hey, listen, I got an idea. Let's throw it in and then throw it back to you. That sounds good, coach.
Simple. It's simple and it works brilliantly.
Simple. Nobody will be guarding you as long as you step back on the court the instant you throw it. Just throw it in and then run back in the court and go, hey.
Right.
I was like, wow, that was brilliant.
So yeah, so Houston kind of has some sort of I don't know what you're gonna call it, some juju going because they got the inbounds pass game, they beat the shit out of Tennessee, and now they get the Final Four in Houston, 196 miles away from their campus. Do they have a chance to beat Duke? That's my question.
Well, that's way closer than Duke is from the game.
I mean, it should help. The fact that they play great defense should help. The fact that they are at home should help. The
I
fact that
don't
Kelvin
think Duke's going to be able to
Sampson,
tailgate like the Texans. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of Texas, Houston there in this area. I think it's going to be a huge home field advantage for sure. I don't understand. Yeah, I think a lot.
do they?
Compared to Duke, I don't think Duke's going to make the trip down there to party it up and make it really intense there. No, I think Duke kicks their ass.
Yeah, they're kind of very similar, except Duke's bigger again. They're just bigger. It's not
Bigger.
fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Duke's kind
The
of
other
beat up on everybody this whole thing. Don't tell me that some team on their Cinderella story is going to come in and stop the team that's just beating up everybody.
right,
Sorry.
and
I
then the
like
other side, we got the matzo ball battle.
I'm gonna I like the way Florida's played. I like Auburn though. Auburn still there, man.
I
They've had
mean,
some
the
good
one thing
games.
that's in common is like the best player. I mean, let's see, we had three wooden finalists, right? Cooper Flag in the final four, Broom from Auburn, final four, and then Clayton Jr. Did you see that guy shooting the 3-pointers for Florida? Dude, he just ran to the line in one move, just bounced and turned and shot. Like his body control was phenomenal. So anyway, yeah, good players. That's the key in college basketball these
Maybe
days. Am
that's who
I
we
wrong?
can compare Steph Curry to is the flawless 3-point shooter from Florida.
Yeah, he can do that from 19 foot 3 inches, but can he do it from 30?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, his body is built for more of a like built for the NBA game more than Curry. This Clayton guy can kind of came out of nowhere. He's an interesting prospect. He's built. He can shoot. We'll see how much time range he is. It's going to be fun. We got some good players in the Final Four.
We got all four #1 teams.
All right. So Florida, Auburn. I mean, the team that saves possessions, skimps on turnovers, makes it a Hollywood ending. Who wins this game?
Florida.
Florida. Is it Florida? Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Florida Duke.
Florida Duke. That's where they all retire anyway. Florida Duke. Hey,
Florida
I
Duke.
think we had Florida Duke.
Oh, we still got Florida Duke. Nice. Yeah, we're good. I'm gonna stick with it.
Not
I
bad.
said it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I'm sticking with it tonight.
Not a bad showing. Not a bad showing. So I'm
Now,
excited for the madness.
Houston Auburn would be a horrible Final Four. I mean, would title game.
Kelvin Sampson, I think for Houston, I think he's been working this for a long time. I think he
He might
deserves
be
one.
due.
He might be due. Yeah, but they got to beat the best player in the country, and the biggest and best team in the country. So, and they're getting both Boozer brothers next year. Duke's on a roll.
Duke it is. Um, Not a good week for NASCAR.
The paperclip was boring, or what?
It can be boring. Everybody can be a lap down, and I mean they said it. I mean, it was only like I don't know, 25 laps into the race, and they were like, "Oh, it's almost half. You know, you can see the half the field almost. You know what I mean? Like the leader was coming around the corner and could see the last guy going around the corner. You know, it was like, oh, here comes the lapping. And then once the lap, it was not very exciting. There was a lot of strategy that wasn't played by my guy at all, by Reddick nor Busher. A lot of
Oh
two,
yeah.
a lot of two tire stops, and you know, if you don't
So
at
which
least try it once, you're just gonna keep falling behind.
Just out of curiosity, which tires do you have to change? The outside ones or the inside ones?
The outside ones, the inside
The
ones
outside
take
ones,
less of a
because you're
beating.
all right.
The outside ones take all the stress of the turn, you know. So yeah, Reddick didn't do. I thought somewhere along the race, you know, with like 40 or 50 laps to go, maybe if we got a caution, Reddick should try the two tires and try to be in the top four. He was in eighth, and then every time a caution would happen, five guys would do the two tire thing, and he'd come out 13th or fuck. You know what I mean? We'd have
All
to
right. So my big question is, did we get a repeat winner or did a new guy win again?
new guy
Because
won again. So once again,
what?
we got a new winner. Yeah. Denny Hamlin won. So Barry, Bell,
Yeah.
Hamlin, Byron starting to collect this 16. I mean, all it hurts is points, guys. If you get a win, then you can just, I mean,
Do
keep
whatever you
doing
want. I
good.
know. Ridiculous, this winning thing. I'm only
One
good at
win,
being
like,
close.
listen, unless Josh Berry keeps it up, one win puts Josh Berry in 16th. You know how fast 16th was gone last year, right? Like two races in, 16th was gone. It was over.
Sure, but
So,
he was
and then
still
it was,
in.
so you have to be in the top 4, 5, 6 in the playoff standings with points and everything to outlast like the first 3 races to still be in the next stage of the playoffs. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't be in the bottom run of guys because apparently you haven't scored any points all year. Now you're relying on a win to move on. Well, you were lucky to get a fucking win in the first place. So
That's fair. Moving on to Darlington next week, is what I've heard.
my favorite race of all time is Darlington. I used to love to watch Jeff race Darlington. I hope I can somehow experience that with Tyler Reddick. So
Yeah, no, Darlington's been interesting lately. Not a lot of repeat winners in the last 10 years.
tough race, man. You got to put yourself real close to the wall to win that race. You actually
Mm.
have to touch it. It's called a Darlington stripe. So you have to actually, you got to kind of like, you got to run on the edge to win at Darlington. So it takes a lot of balls. Hoskovar might do well this week. That kid's crazy.
All right. Nice. I like crazy.
Put your money on Hoskovar to win the Darlington race because he's on edge all the time.
All right.
Go Tyler Reddick. We ready to talk a little Major League Baseball?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, we had a pretty interesting weekend.
I mean, do you have any other sports before we talk Major League Baseball? No, right?
No, not really.
Yeah, me neither.
AC Milan still sucks. I'll ignore soccer until Pulisic is the man again.
Nobody gives a shit about Aaron Rodgers nor the Steelers, except for you, Sean. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah,
Sorry if you get Aaron Rodgers. Sorry for another
yeah,
lost year, buddy.
that's a lose lose if you guys get him. Like, I don't
It
get it.
is kind of like, ah, fuck. That's not going to help. It doesn't help. You want a quarterback of the future. Nobody wants a quarterback of the past.
Right? One that's in his own headspace that
Yeah,
won't let
right.
you in.
Yeah, one who's a self-taught guru.
Magoo, because I think I am. Cool,
I am.
man.
I am because I am what I am. All right, Popeye.
Right. Oh, madness. Yeah, no. So baseball started, and all of a sudden, torpedo bats are the huge thing because the Yankees hit like I want to say like 20 home runs in their first 3 or 4 games.
15 in the first 3 games, and it set a major league record set by them, I guess.
Oh, a lot of them by skinny infielders too. Wells, Volpe, Jazz Chisholm, my favorite name in the game, by the way. These
Fuck
guys
yeah.
are crushing home runs. It's unbelievable.
And
So
they're
what do
all
you?
using the torpedo bat. Are they
Yeah.
all using the torpedo bat, those guys?
Oh yeah, all the little dudes are for sure.
The one guy mentioned or said that he uses it because he likes the barrel closer to the hands. He feels like most of his pitches are inside on him or some shit. I was like, oh, okay. But it's legal because it's the same length. They just moved where the big part was.
Yeah, no, yeah. Normal bats just keep kind of tapering out to the end, and we just decided to take the end and make it skinnier,
Like a
literally like a torpedo,
yeah, like
or
some
whatever you were doing there.
that's the guy who makes balloons. He makes balloons and then he shapes it however you want it.
Okay, nice. Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got a crazy, insane clown making bats for baseball. Well, that is a new thing, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no, some MIT professor made this bat. He's like, it's time for the offense to make more noise in baseball. Screw these pitchers and there's 100 mile an hour fastball.
Well, I mean, I guess that's only if you like really broken down the numbers and realize that it's best to have more of the meat in the middle of the bat and less on the outside of the bat because less pitches go where that is. You know what I mean? So maybe you put the weight and the density closer to the center of the bat. I don't know.
Oh no, I had a pretty good theory of why it's working, and it has a lot to do with the whole the mechanical strike zone and how the umpires now pretty much know exactly where those dots are, and they don't allow the Greg Maddis pitches that are 3 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches off the plate to be strikes anymore just because they hit the catcher's mitt. So you don't need that, the extra length on the bat because you just want the barrel. The barrel is going to be in the zone. Pitcher's got to
Right.
come in the zone.
That's what I mean. They put the barrel, right? They've just moved the barrel down to
Yeah.
where
Yeah, they use the whole batting strike zone thing, and they're like, all right, so basically with these bats, if you foul one of those pitches off, it's gonna do nothing, absolutely nothing. They're hoping it goes foul most of the time, but
why?
no,
Because
it
it's at
makes
the end of the bat. There's nothing there.
yeah, it's a skinny end of the bat, so it's gonna produce like not a lot of mass times of velocity, that kind of shit.
More safe.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
safe.
The stands are probably safer now too. Those foul line drives, no problem.
They've improved kids' safety.
Exactly. While
Wow.
increasing Yankee home runs somehow.
2 for 1. Other
Yeah.
teams can start. I heard that players were using them last year, or not in game, but like swinging with them at practice, wondering if this could be the change of baseball. Or, the Bellinger guy and a couple other guys. I heard, yeah, we were using them last year, spring training, and we were looking into what this might be able to do, but nobody's really brought them to the attention other than the Yankees. Didn't you say
Yeah, so
somebody used it in the playoffs
I
or the
did. Yeah,
World
somehow
Series?
Giancarlo Stanton hit 8 home runs last postseason using one of these bats, and for some reason, no one mentioned it.
Never heard one thing about it.
It's crazy, right?
I watched the Yankees play the Dodgers in the World Series. I never heard Torpedo bat mentioned.
Not once.
Not one time.
All
So
right, so that's what's going on right now. Do you want to go ahead and
let's
I
do it.
figured that
I'm
yeah,
ready.
let's we're gonna preview starting with the AL East and working this way.
AL East, huh?
And this is what I got right now. We're going to give you the live standings and see what you would change here. Right now in the East, it's Tampa Bay, Yankees, Toronto, Orioles, and Red Sox in last.
Well,
How's that
from the
sound to you?
article I read about the bats, I would move the Yankees and the Orioles both up 1 spot because apparently the Orioles and the Yankees are both giving these bats a shot.
Sure.
So if we're
And
basing
eventually,
it on torpedo bats, I would
which
move
I
both
think we
those
should.
teams up 1.
I think today we should just base everything basically on torpedo bats.
That's what I'm saying. If we're basing it on torpedo bats, Yankees up to first, Orioles up to third.
All right. And Tampa Bay is playing in a minor
Second.
league stadium, just like the Oakland A's. I mean, the non-Oakland A's.
Ooh, have the A's had a home game yet?
Yeah, and they got beat 18-3. In
My buddy
Sacramento.
Marcus, I work with at the post office. He lives across the street from the stadium. He said all we got to do is come up. We go to a game, stay at his house.
Hell yeah, sell some t-shirts on the street. I love it.
I'm probably not going to sell any t-shirts. I'm probably just going to go watch the game and then find a bar, but yeah,
Fair
I'm
enough.
in.
Fair enough. All right, so Tampa Bay, they're on fire right now. They have pitching. Toronto has hitting. Red Sox have Rafael Devers, who has broken the record for most strikeouts ever, basically, in the first weekend.
I mean, that's not really I don't really get excited about that. I mean, good for him.
Good for him for striking out a bunch of times.
Yeah, good for him. I just like, it's so early. I'm just like
Right. All right.
nothing matters.
No, okay. So Toronto, Rays, Red Sox. At least pick the last place team out of those guys.
Toronto, Rays, Red Sox. I take the Red Sox.
Maybe all right. So they got a lot of young, like rookie talent. So we'll
They're
see how
yeah,
they
they're
see how they
definitely a
progress.
younger team.
All
And
right. So
the
let's
other
move to the
three, the top 3 teams have been fighting for the number 1 place for the last 2 years. Toronto played very well last year, and the Red Sox still like on a rebuild. So
it's definitely going to be an interesting division.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm going Orioles. I think Orioles come out on top.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about where they should be right now.
I already told you where they are right now.
Yeah, I thought I moved them up 1 place
Fair.
each. I didn't say who was going to win.
No, not yet.
No. Even
I'll
though the
ask you that
Yankees
at the
did
end.
improve upon some pitching, right?
2 starters out for the year. Their pitching could be a problem.
Uh-oh. Orioles.
Like I
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, you can only hit so many home runs. Eventually,
Anything
you
else?
have to be able to pitch and play baseball and do all that other shit.
All right. Who is the best worst team in the Central? Right now, it's
I'm
Guardians.
going. I was gonna say, let's go Guardians. Let's just go Guardians and move on.
Move on.
Let's just move on. I think the Guardians have made enough noise throughout the offseason too, and have yeah, I'm Guardians all the way.
All the way.
I'm going Guardians. I will
Yeah,
also, for shits and giggles, we got to find somebody else to put it in. We got to give somebody to fight them a little bit. It just can't be the
I'm gonna
Guardians the whole time.
I'm gonna say the 0-3 Tigers are gonna make a run.
I like the Tigers too. I'm okay with that. I like the Guardians to win it, but the Tigers, I heard somebody say the Tigers are going to win the World Series this year. So I was like, that's crazy.
Well,
But let's go with it.
that's probably not happening,
That's
but you
not
know.
happening. So, nope. Guardians, Tigers. I'll take it. I
Right.
like that.
Twins wild card. They got good pitching. We'll see what happens.
They don't have Kirby Puckett anymore.
They do not. That's all that matters, really.
That's all that matters.
All right. So in the West, I mean, we got
No,
the usual suspects.
I don't like the West. You do it yourself. A's.
I say Mike Trout hits 70 home runs and retires a hero, and the A's will win the West. I mean the Angels.
Angels. I was like, Mike Trout's on the A's now. I wish we would have talked about this
That would
before
be
we
cool.
did this.
We should trade him to Sacramento. That'd be great.
I like
he
that.
might
Mike,
hit 70
you know
home
what?
runs
I
there.
like Mike Trout hit 70 home runs, and the A's win the West.
Yeah,
That
did you
would be
hear?
amazing. In their 8,000 seat stadium, Mike Trout hit 70
14.
home runs this year. He retires a darling. But
Perfect.
the A's in their 8,000 seat stadium,
14.
redneck win the West.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That would be great. Too bad they're already terrible. All
I
right,
know, but
so
wouldn't that be great to see 8,000 fans have a fucking playoff game?
that would be. There'd probably be
That place
some
be
sort
rocking
of
to be $20,000 a seat.
there'd be a riot to get in that game. Probably.
That would be a ride to get in that game. That's what I want to see. I want this to be the Cleveland Indians in the movie Major Leagues, where it's just ridiculous.
In all reality, it's going to be Houston and Texas.
Oh, all reality, it'll be Houston and Texas.
Yeah.
But in the perfect world, the A's in their 8,000 seat stadium would win the NL West.
With Mike Trout.
AL West. With Mike Trout hitting 70 home runs for the Angels.
Perfect.
It's perfect. I like that. Let's go with that. That's where I want to be. I want the A's to win this whole thing. I want a home game in the playoffs in Sacramento's 8,000 seat stadium. That light, the sun is going to follow you forever. I don't know what that is. Ooh, there you go. Hold it like that.
Yeah, I'm working on it. So yeah, we guess we move on to the National League now.
Easy enough.
Yeah, the Braves are 0-5. That's kind of crazy.
With Acuna coming back, and I'm supposed to be one of the best teams in baseball. Kind of weird. They're 0-5 right now.
Kind of weird.
It's kind of weird. Is the Cooper flag of baseball showing up this year in the draft?
I don't think so.
Oh, they should hurry up then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Phillies.
Phillies have been steady. It's pretty much like Trey Turner's last year for like being good and being like an instrumental piece.
It's possibly Bryce Harper's last turn of the wheel.
Sure. They just got Jesus Luzardo, could be a key piece. They could have 4 really good starting pitchers come September. So that's one thing you always got to definitely take in.
I like 4 good starting pitchers.
Yeah.
I also like Philly.
Mets got Juan Soto. Think they're going to be good, or you think they're going to be garbage again just because they're the Mets?
And just always garbage. But the addition of Juan Soto is huge.
Huge. And they still got Lindor. He's playing great.
So at least second is if you're telling me the Braves are 0-5, kind of trying to figure out who the Braves are, I'll go Philly Mets.
Marlins. Sorry. Marlins got the guy that made the torpedo bat, though. So watch out for them.
You're telling me a baseball player invented the torpedo bat?
No, the MIT guy that invented the torpedo bat he was hired by the Marlins. He left the Yankees.
Oh, okay.
So watch out for the fish.
Philly, Mets, and I will put the Braves in third place until they decide to get their shit together.
Yeah, no, the Marlins and the Nationals are still a year or two away.
To 5.
Or 5 years away.
5 years away.
Let's try this way. There we go.
Ooh, I
That's
like
way
that.
better.
That's way better.
All right, Central, the Pirates, they're in last. Are they going to be in last the whole year? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. Skeens is
That's
last year there. He'll be a Dodger next year.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Very disappointing.
Oh, maybe this year. Maybe they trade him to us.
Is there any? Maybe should we skip the Central like we did in the AL? There's nothing really super interesting. Ellie De La Cruz, he can't play center field. He can't play shortstop, but he's so fast and hit the ball so hard. What are they gonna do?
You know what I'm going to do here? This is what I think on the Central, my own personal opinion. I think it goes back to normal, and the Cardinals win it.
Hey, that guy Newt Bar. They got some Dutch guy, Newt Bar. He's
Newt
good.
Bar. I love Newt
Newt
Bar.
Bar. I don't know. He's gonna help the Cardinals win the pennant. Apparently,
I
just
didn't
figured
say
it
win
out.
the pennant. I just went, let's just get back to where the Cardinals just win the Central every year.
Fair enough. And everyone else sucks. I think the Reds might be better this year. I'm gonna put the Reds in second for you.
Okay. Put the Reds in second. I like the Reds in second. De La Cruz, baby.
De La Cruz, baby. He'll figure it out.
He'll be a Dodger with Skeens next year.
DH eventually.
Mookie and Freeman will be gone. And De La
Yeah.
Cruz and Skeens will be there. We'll be fine.
I just want to throw this thing. All right. So, yeah, Central, who cares? All right. So, the only two left undefeated teams in the league, the Dodgers and the Padres.
I think you can leave them right there at 1 and 2.
Can we put the Giants, who are
5 and 1, put them right there.
in third?
I think this is going to be this might be one of those NL West dog fights. Why did you push the rest of the teams up? Are they that fucking good? The Diamondbacks and the Rockies? There you go. Put the Rockies back to the bottom.
Diamondbacks are pretty good.
Right. I was like, why are the Rockies up there?
No, I mean, those could all, I mean, they're better than all the Central teams, right?
Oh,
Pretty
obviously. Yeah.
all
You can
four
put
of
all the
these.
Central teams, put all the Central teams in the NL West below those teams.
Come over here.
Yeah. Just throw them under there.
So we got those teams.
Yeah, there you go. That's how it looks. Yeah,
Sounds
that's
good.
perfect.
Yeah, that is perfect. So that's fun. I guess that's our baseball preview.
So now let's move on. Listen, so we've given them what we think. I think the Dodgers with Ohtani and Betts and Freeman and bringing back. I said Teoscar Hernandez re-signing him was one of the best moves of the year. And Will Smith and I really like where we are and adding all the pitching. Dustin May came back. I think that's a good sign.
Yeah, you guys are just like ridiculous, but you'll always be searching for pitching because you guys have a bunch of injured pitchers. So it'll be interesting.
I don't know.
Will you
win
win 117 games, break the major league record? I say no.
No.
Do
we break the 100 and whatever it is? No.
116 is the record.
116. I was going to say 14, but I know it wasn't. It's like there's more, right? 116.
You guys are 6-0 so far. You're on pace.
6-0. You're on our way to 162 wins.
Yeah.
You can't win them all, though.
Shouldn't.
No.
I hope not.
You hope not. We'll never speak again. You were like, no, I don't talk to
not friendly.
And we don't talk anymore. Why not? Well, after that 162 game year season by the Dodgers, I don't speak to him anymore because I think he had something to do with it. I'm pretty sure that guy had something to do with it. So he didn't have anything to do with that.
Hey, as long as we lose in the playoffs, I'll be fine with 162.
Right? Now. We go 162 and lose to the fucking
Reds
Padres in the
round.
No, fuck. How's that
possible?
possible?
That actually would be better than a normal season. I would love to see you go 162-0.
We start Kershaw in the first game just because we're killing it.
And they just
loses, and that's just the beginning of the downfall. We lose 3 in a row and lose.
Right. All your Japanese guys get, I don't know.
They're all pissed.
Sushi poisoning and can't play.
Yeah, right. Otani gets busted, whatever. He is a
Right?
gambler.
He
We know
actually
it's
was
true.
gambling.
Yeah, he was. Bastard. They all do. This guy just retired. I'm not going to give his nationality, but I asked him what he was going to do for his retirement. I took a bet on gambling. He said going to Vegas. I said, I knew it. You guys put
Yeah.
the math together and
Ching.
figured out yourself. Yeah. How about you with the Giants? Why are the Giants 5-1 right now in this season? I want to know. I thought you guys
Uh,
sucked.
Wilmer Flores and his health. Basically, he's got 3 home runs. Basically, all of them are the winning runs in all 3 games. Um, yeah, do I think the Giants are going to keep the 5-1 pace? I do not. Do I like Logan Webb? I do.
You do. I know that about you.
Jung Ho Lee, he's been a breath of fresh air at the front of the lineup again. That's been nice to have a little bit of speed and like constant contact and no striking out. So that's nice. Elliot
Well, you're a
Ramos,
big fan. So
Elliot
that's
Ramos, 3 home runs. I mean, we've got some of the young kids are maybe developing into, real professional Major League Baseball players.
well, there you go.
So
So Giants definitely third place at the end of the year, but a lot of potential coming up next year.
yeah, we got a lot of pitching. So we'll see what's up. We might be able to torture ourselves to a playoff spot for sure.
I love when
The
you're
way we like
tortured
it.
by the Giants. The
Yep.
5-1 Giants make me happy.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Now you get to torture us.
Yes. You do have to
Excellent.
play us a bunch of times throughout the year. And we're going for 162 wins.
Nice. Yeah. I hope we get to throw you that first loss.
I hope you don't.
All right.
Well,
So
all right, we're ready for baseball then.
we're ready for baseball. Quick
Oh,
prediction: who wins? Dodgers beat
Dodgers.
Yankees. Just Dodgers. I'm gonna say Cincinnati beats the Guardians.
Dodgers.
Okay, I was lying.
You do not think the
Oakland.
Cincinnati Reds.
Oakland beats Cincinnati for the World Series.
Oakland beats Cincinnati for the World Series. I will put an Oakland banner right there.
Nice.
The one
We don't
that
even
I
have.
buy at the
We
game we
don't even
go
have.
to.
Hey,
I'm going to buy one this year at the game.
that's nice. If you can get an Oakland banner at Sacramento, that'd be awesome. That'd be dope.
What
So
else do we
anyway,
call it?
you got any performers of the week?
I do. I do have performer of the week. Pretty impressed, actually. This young lady went for nice sign. This young lady went for 70 points in 2 games, knocked out the #1 seed. And I know you say with no Juju Watkins, they're not the #1 seed. I still think they're a 1 or a 2 seed. There's a lot of talent on that team. They played well together. They just couldn't beat UConn and Paige Becker, who 70 points in 2 games. That's
A lot. That's a lot in a women's college
and
basketball
a
game.
woman that I didn't want to say it that way, but you're right, and that's what I wanted to say. But for a girl to go out, and I mean, that's like Caitlin Clark kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like put up 40 the first night, came back with 30. Not taking anything away from Sarah Strong, who is freshman of the year, Naismith. You know what I mean? I know Jay.
Oh, do we have another? We got a new name for the challenging to the
I
Caitlin Clark
believe we do
crown.
actually. You keep saying Juju Watkins, and apparently this Sarah Strong is
Oh,
better than her.
Juju's got one less ACL now, so that's not good.
That's not going to help her in basketball.
Not gonna happen.
No. So, but she's going to come back strong. We know she is.
Well, that's cool. We got Sarah Strong. We got Comeback Strong. We got Paige Beckers. We got some
Paige
people
Becker's
going to
playing very
come.
well. Yeah, there's been a lot
Yeah.
of girls showing up to the table to say, hey, girls can play basketball too. So
And,
Caitlin Clark has definitely opened the door for that door to be flooded with maybe people will just pay. Maybe there's always been Paige Becker, just nobody paid attention. I mean, we were paying attention. Candace Parker, Brianna Stewart. I would watch
yeah,
them.
yeah, they were okay.
They're no
When the
They're
best
no
thing
Caitlin
was
Clark.
Candace Parker dunking a basketball like poorly, it was just like okay.
Poorly. Brittany Grimer still can barely do it, and she's like can touch the rim. Come on, let's go. You can't jump that high. That's 6 inches. Let's go.
The Steph Curry factor has made the WNBA awesome.
The Steph Curry factor and the Caitlin Clark from the logo.
From the
Yes,
logo.
from the logo, baby. Swish. Who do you got performer of the week?
I was gonna go the Giants guys that hit home runs, but I already talked about them. So I'm gonna say the Copa del Rey Real Sociedad soccer team was down. You remember we talked about Real Madrid being the best soccer team ever. They got Mbappe and Vinny Jr. and Rodrigo and Valverde and
Yeah.
everybody.
We all, yeah.
Bellingham. So anyway, Real Sociedad down 1-0. Took these guys. It was 1-1 or 2-2 aggregate in the 90th minute. And then they scored a goal. And then Real Madrid scored a goal. And then they scored a goal. And then Real Madrid scored a goal. Like it was just unbelievable. At the end, Real Madrid eventually, every time the other team scored a goal, they scored one. And it was just an unbelievable game. I just want to give props to how crazy this soccer game was.
Nice. Probably nobody in the world watched it. Well, a lot of people where it's from.
At least one person in America watched it.
And you in America.
That's right. No, Real Madrid's it's a must watch. Anytime you see these guys on TV, they have terrible defense, the best offensive soccer players in the world. It's just like entertainment at its best. And the manager's over at the sideline going, every time they score, he's like, I expected it. And every time they gave up a defendable goal, yes, I expected that
yes, I
too.
expected it. I was expecting two before we scored one.
It's just so funny. Like he's the antithesis of like the crazy coach. He's just like, goal, yes, defense, yes.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, that was a crazy game that I just happened to catch this morning, and it was insane. Worth a watch.
You just caught that this morning?
Yeah, I was while I was doing my books, I had to throw something on the TV, and like it was right before like all the ESPN stuff, party interruption, everything at 2 o'clock.
Right.
It's like a 1 o'clock thing. So yeah, so that was awesome. I enjoy soccer. What's up?
I know you do. Well, what are you excited for next week then there, soccer enjoying guy?
Nice. We do have Champions League next week. Real Madrid plays Arsenal. That's going to be nuts. But I'm excited for someone beating Duke, and the Warriors play the Nuggets, the Rockets, and the Lakers in the next 3 games. And so we're going to need Steph to put up about another 120 points. I'm really excited for those 3 games. It's a season-defining stretch, so to speak.
The Rockets game should be big because you want to see what you compare to with who you think is probably going to win the West. So that's big.
Yeah, now it's going to be a fun week.
Yeah.
Heating up for the Warriors. The rest of the basketball is kind of chilling. Warriors, man, they're on high alert.
Knicks are up 4 now on the Pacers. We got 7 left. I think we'll win a couple of them. So I don't think the Pacers will win all of them. So I think
Yeah,
we're
look at you
set at
guys'
3.
schedule.
Yeah, I think we're set at 3. Not very excited about that. As you know, I already told you once. I'll tell you again. Darlington, probably my favorite race. So I am excited for Darlington. I will
How about the
wake up
strike?
a little Darlington stripe. I will wake up on Sunday morning by myself with nothing to do but watch the Darlington race. That's probably going to happen. So, yeah, I'm excited for the Darlington race. I am excited to see Duke and Florida in the Final Four or in the national championship game. I'll watch that. I mean, SEC winners, ACC winners, usually 2 of the better basketball conferences.
3 best players in college basketball. Yeah, no, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So I'll watch that game, Duke versus Florida.
We've got mentor versus the student. We've got John Shire versus old man Kelvin Sampson. Yeah, no, it's going to be a good Final Four.
And if it's Houston Auburn in the last game, I'll still watch it. Kelvin Sampson, he's been working.
Yeah, Johnny Broom should be awesome.
And I will vote for Houston because I don't like Auburn.
Yeah, Charles Barkley can go eat a creamsicle.
He can jump in front of a rolling donut.
A big Simpsons donut, though.
Yeah. In fact, he can take a flying leap instead of jumping.
Fair enough.
Flying leap, rolling donut. All right. Well, there we go. That's what I'm excited for.
Nice.
I'm FB.
Hey, I'm the goob. Peace out,
Later.
Joe.
Yeah,
John
just
Morant. See
shout out.
John